Views and opinions expressed are not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast.
Well, hello there, and welcome to this week's edition of the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast. I'm John Engelman. Thanks for being here. This week, we have a story of perseverance as we interview Junto Executive Chef Donovan Johnson. He's a man that's been through a lot, and I actually shut up for most of it. But before we get to him, good news. The Kava Bar and Club 509 sold to the Botanical in June when they announced it would be the Botanical Live. A few things have changed since then. It will now be the Botanical at the Metro District, and it will be in the former Cork and Keg spot. The old Kava Bar location next door will now be The Hangout, which will be a non-alcoholic bar, a coffee shop, and an all-ages art and music hall. Part owner Alex Thaley talks about how the Cork and Keg spot became theirs.
You know, it was unexpected. You know, obviously I'd signed the lease next door and I was going to put the Botanical there. I just had in the lease that if anything happens, let me get a right on it because it is a perfect spot for a sports bar. Unfortunately, that business did go under kind of faster than I think anyone was thinking. And things kind of lined up where I was able to jump in there.
The Hangout should be ready by the beginning of October, while the Botanical at the Mill District will be ready by the end of October. What about that parking lot, though?
That actually lines up quite well. So they should be done end of September, beginning of October. So they're rerouting the trail. The trail will now go right in front here. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that's perfect, curbside appeal. And then there'll be 11 parking spots with a roundabout here, and that'll be the entrance for the new hotel as well.
It's been a source of conversation with folks in Bentonville for a while now, and it's now going to open. The Barber grand opens this Friday, September 5th at 115 Northwest 2nd Street, formerly the Bentonville Dive. Get there early if the weather's nice and you want a seat on the patio. The Fox Trail Distillery posted late last week that their tasting room will transition into a curated event venue. It'll become a space dedicated to what they're calling one-of-a-kind gatherings and creative experiences throughout the year. They go on to say that this won't have any effect on their distilling and distributing. Follow their Instagram for more updates. Gluten-free beer favorite Stoic Brews of Bentonville started canning 3 of their beers this week. They're the Memento Mori, which is their IPA, the Stoic Solitude, their blonde, and Amor Fati, their stout. For now, the cans are only sold in the tap room and currently not available for distribution or shipping. The new Greenhouse Aleworks opened last Saturday. You might recall they lost their previous location during the Memorial Day weekend storms last year. They're located at 113 South 2nd Street in downtown Rogers now. Most recently in March, they opened Terracotta in Bentonville. Greenhouse Aleworks was packed within 30 minutes of opening their doors. And man, this flew by. Happy 1-year anniversary to Tusk Trotter in downtown Rogers. They're celebrating tomorrow, Thursday, September the 4th, with cake, food, and drink specials. It'll also be happening from 5 to 8 p.m. at 106 West Elm Street. Happy anniversary to them. There's a new barbecue place in Rogers. Blue Ember officially opened this past Monday at 1723 West Pleasant Grove, and it's their 6th location within the state of Arkansas. By the way, check the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas Instagram or Facebook pages for my review. Their jalapeno pineapple sausage won the day. They've been planning this Rogers location for some time now, according to their general manager, Chance Sneathern.
I believe we purchased a lot a little over a year and a half ago, right around that time. They came out, some owners came out and saw the piece of land and knew that this was going to be a developing side of Rogers. West Pleasant Grove is already really busy. And as time goes on, you'll see all the lots around us are going to start getting under construction pretty soon.
Speaking of following Flavors of Northwest Arkansas on Facebook and Instagram, Bite NWA kicks off in just over a few weeks, and we've got tickets to give away. Be sure to follow us on our socials as we announce details this week. The Collective in Fayetteville officially soft opens with some entrees tonight at 5. They posted that it'll include roasted prime rib, Chilean sea bass with chimichurri, and more. They're located at 216 West Dixon Street. If you ever wanted to own and operate a great food truck in a great location, now's your chance. The Los Compas Margarita Town food truck outside of Puritan Coffee and Beer in Fayetteville is up for sale. They recently opened a brick and mortar in Rogers and are going to focus on that. Head over to the Los Compas Margarita Town Instagram if you're interested. Keeping it with that theme, another Fayetteville food truck will soon open in a brick-and-mortar location. KDK's Chicken and Waffles will open on College in the old Natural State Smoothies location that was a Taco Bell before that. Former Razorback and Minnesota Viking Keith Kidd owns and operates KDK's. He told the Fayetteville Flyer that if all goes well, they should be up and running sometime this month. And finally, another grand opening happened this weekend as Folklore Ice Cream opened in the Folklore Gift Shop. They have ice cream flights, all the toppings, and plenty of seating. Check them out at 16 West Center Street on the Fayetteville Square. Junto Sushi opened in the Motto Hotel in Bentonville a year ago, almost to the day. Chef Donovan Johnson's been there from the start, and it was a hard road for him to get there. Very hard. It was a road paved with addiction, rehab, relapses, and cooking around Northwest Arkansas. One of his earliest jobs in his teens and mountain home might have been his most important. It helped shape his professional cooking preferences, and through it all, he never lost sight of it or let it go. That's one of the many things that helped get him to where he is today. He talks about it in detail and the scare that sparked him to turn around. How did a guy from Mountain Home who had always cooked in Fayetteville gain the favor of a James Beard award-winning chef that's worked at a Michelin star restaurant? We hear from Junto Executive Chef Donovan Johnson next, right here on the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Hey, welcome back. We are at Junto at the Motto by Hilton. That's the hotel here downtown Bentonville. And I'm here with Chef Donovan Johnson. How are you, bud?
Good. How are you, John?
Good, man. I appreciate your time. I know we've been talking back and forth a little bit, and really happy to be able to do this. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So I want to start with a big congrats.
Okay.
Top 50 independent restaurants in the U.S. FSR magazine.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Thanks.
How did you find out?
Through some of our servers, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, everything moves pretty fast. There's a hard grind, and then sometimes you kind of just, stuff goes under the radar, and you hear it through the grapevine. Yeah. And then it's pretty shocking.
Yeah, but a good shock.
It's a very good shock.
I'll bet you were on cloud 9 for the rest of that night.
I think I still am. Yeah.
When did that come out, by the way?
Oh, my gosh. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Okay, but a while ago.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So I would love to know your path to here.
Okay.
Where are you originally from?
So born in San Diego, but moved to Mountain Home, Arkansas pretty early on. So started there got there when I was in middle school, so spent through high school there. Okay. And then started working in kitchens pretty early. Yeah. I'd say about 15, 16. Started off as a dishwasher at a pretty nice upscale resort that was off the White River, just as a dishwasher for a summer. So it was just a temp. And it was pretty hectic, but I loved it in a weird way. So just a summer there. Then
So let me stop you. Is there any other way that people should start in restaurants than washing dishes, in your estimation?
Honestly, you should start. You learn from the ground up. You learn how important each role is, how detrimental, especially the dishwasher. Yeah. It gives you a little bit of humility and understanding.
That's one way of putting it.
I absolutely think you should start off as a dishwasher. Yeah. It gets overlooked. Extremely important position.
For sure.
Yeah.
So at that age, did you know that you wanted to cook? Did you always want to cook?
I knew I wanted to cook. Okay. Very, very early on, young kid. My mom got me started into it.
Nice.
Just something as simple as making a grilled cheese blew my mind. She put a lot of love and care into it, something as simple as that. And then even being as a little kid, I remember talking to my mom. I was like, hey, can we bust down our kitchen window and put a drive-through. And this is me, like a little 6-year-old.
Yeah, man.
It's like, we can make grilled cheeses and just sell them out of our window.
That's great.
So I did I kind of had a feeling on that's the path I wanted to go on to early on.
And she said, yes, let's tear down the wall.
Yeah,
let's
she did.
do it
We
right
did.
now. It's perfect. Well, tell me about that first job in the industry. I know you were talking a little bit about doing the dishes, but where did it go from there?
So after the dishes, so that was a little summer job.
Yeah.
Got a little taste of it. Then going back into school, then kind of hitting around junior high, I believe. I applied for a line cook dishwasher position at a Thai restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah. And then so I started off there. I stayed there for about 4 years there.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was there for a good long while. Started like mostly doing dishes, but then I mean, like it was a very small, it was a little more upscale, but it was still a small family-owned restaurant.
Those are the best.
It was the best. And then I got really, really close with the family that ran it there.
Sure.
And then they kind of took me in under their wing. And then from like washing dishes to like shredding cabbage, shredding carrots, rolling, spring rolls, summer rolls, learning how to do like all their fried stuff. And then eventually being able to learn the wok, which was amazing.
So let me stop you. Is that a little terrifying starting out?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So a little story. While I was there too, we had one of our, is one of the younger nieces of the family. And it's a big hole in a burner.
Sure.
Huge gas propane lines going into it.
Oh, yeah.
It almost looks like a jet engine. Whenever you set it off, you have the walk off. Big flames going out.
Sure.
So the pilot light went off, and this younger niece was trying to set the pilot light back on, but she didn't realize she had the knob turned all the way on.
Oh, no.
And she's having to kind of, reach down into there, set off, burnt her hair, real quick trip to the ER. And unfortunately, she can't grow back some hair from it.
Oh, no.
So it was intimidating. And this happened right before, honestly, I think that's when they were like, all right, we need somebody else to work the walk. And that's when I got up there. So it was fairly intimidating.
Did they ask you or did they tell you you're doing it?
They told me. They absolutely told me.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I loved it. It was
That's good.
Yeah, huge experience.
A little bit of success, and then you're like, I can do this, right?
Yeah. They didn't believe in me at first because they were like, oh, this like young American kid can't pull off what we're doing with Thai food. It's completely different. I mean, especially this is in Mountain Home, Arkansas, which is a small town, pretty conservative. And then you have like the one Thai family in there. They feel a little distance, and then they're a little hesitant of me. But I mean, they saw something in me and then just kept rolling with it.
And 4 years, man.
Yeah, 4 years.
I mean, you were family.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's great.
Consider them my aunt and uncle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
All right. So from there, is that when you left to come to Northwest Arkansas?
Yeah. So right after that, immediately moved over to Fayetteville.
Okay.
I think I had hopes of maybe starting like a music career. Tried to go to U of A for a little bit, but throughout the whole time, I was still in restaurants.
Okay, so you're like late teens, early 20s?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think about like 19, 20
Okay.
is whenever I went over.
Yeah.
And then so from there, starting off in Fayetteville, I picked up a job at Penguin's Barbecue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Ed Knight. Love that guy. He is insane, but I love that guy.
I get that a lot in the restaurant business.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of us.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
And so I started off there, quickly got a assistant kitchen manager position.
Nice.
Pretty early on. And I stayed there for quite a few years, honestly. I would like kind of bounce back and forth maybe from another restaurant, but I'd always come back there.
Was this the one in college?
Yeah, college, and then ultimately went over to help run the Mission and Crossover.
Okay, yeah.
And then, unfortunately, we had our Weddington location, but after COVID, we had to close that one down. Yeah. And then, so worked there for a while, and I think there is where I really started to learn and hone in on kind of managing people and a restaurant.
Which is harder?
The people.
That's what I figured.
The people,
That's
absolutely.
what I figure, right?
The guests and the staff.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. But I've learned a lot there. And then, of course, it was barbecue, and it is its own little niche thing. But like I said, I did have an early on passion for it. Mm-hmm. A lot of my free time, spare time, I'm just at home cooking, playing around with different stuff. Nice. So starting off pretty much in a Thai kitchen, that's where I'd say my love for Asian cuisine started.
Okay.
Especially with going back to Duzit, with their culture, they really have strict, direct processes with the respect for the food, and that's what I loved about it. And so that kind of carried on over with me to coming to Northwest Arkansas as well.
Okay, yeah.
So in my spare time, I am looking up different recipes, going around different restaurants, talking to other people, other chefs. and trying to see what they're doing, and then I'd go home, recreate it. Then I'd take that, come back to the store at Penguin Heads Barbecue, get yelled at because I'm making pad thai back there. But no, it's great. And then, so I was working at Penguin Heads for a good while.
Yeah.
I'd say this is about like 6 years I'm there.
Okay.
And then
it is a good while.
It is a good while. And so Fayetteville, at least at the time, I don't know anymore, pretty big party scene.
Yeah, of course.
And so
It just this week with everyone moving back to the university, it's party scene again.
it's chaotic.
Yeah.
It is chaotic.
Right.
And then so being pretty big party scene, also working in the restaurant industry, there's a lot of partying.
Sure.
A lot of late nights. And then throughout my whole entire time there, I did kind of form, and I realized it early on. I started struggling with addiction.
Okay.
You know, whenever you're going out partying and you're the one that people are telling you, like, hey, man, you need to cut back.
Right.
Got a little intense. And then so spending my time there, honestly, I started going through a little bit of burnout.
Yeah.
And that burnout kind of drove me to alcoholism a little bit more.
Okay.
Just the feeling of burnout, you feel stressed, tired, helpless, and it just kind of all tumbled and made things a little bit worse. And then so towards the end of it, I really had a feeling. I was like, man, I got to do something different. I have like my wife at the time. She's like, you got to stop. We got to figure out something different. We had a kid on the way now as well too.
That'll shake you up.
It shook me up pretty good.
Yeah.
And then so from there, I started looking at other places. I felt, working in like with barbecue, and then also just being like, I was a pretty big alcoholic. I just felt gross all the time. Did not feel well. And then so I saw a ad out up on Indeed for a help with opening a health food restaurant up here in Bentonville called Sonny's. Yeah. And then in my mind, I was like, okay, Sonny's health food restaurant, maybe I can get a little bit different change, get to a different place.
Maybe a healthier environment, maybe.
Healthier environment is what I was thinking, yeah. And then so make the move up here, start off there, start opening up Sonny's as well. This was for Kelly Walton's restaurant as well, and I worked with like Travis McConnell.
The great Travis McConnell.
Great Travis. He's a good guy. I love that man.
He is awesome.
Yeah. And so we got it up and running, but unfortunately my addiction held on pretty strong.
Okay.
And then, so my time there, I took a few trips to the ER.
Oof.
Yeah, quite a few. Mostly for like withdrawals. It's like hell. It was rough. And I'd go in, get a little bit better, come back out, and then I'd fall back off the boat again.
Sure.
And then, so like through this whole time of dealing with addiction, I'm still in these kitchens, still trying to I'm still honing my craft, trying to wade my way through the chaos, but I still keep on falling off the boat again. I'm trying to get better, but something would always happen. I'd slip and fall.
Is it just? I don't even know the word for this, but is it just habit at that point when you're in the kitchen? It's
absolutely
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And so at that time, I got lucky and I got an opportunity. There was an opening in a pretty nice rehab.
Oh, good.
In the area. And then so I take a leave of absence from Sonny's, go to this rehab, and then I spend 2 months there. Honestly, I loved it. I learned a lot, about myself, a lot about myself as well.
Good.
But while I was there, I had a lot of time to think, and thinking on myself, I was like, so addiction, the restaurant industry is pretty riddled with it. There's a lot of it.
Yeah, of course.
And it's really hard to try to find a way to get out of the restaurant industry when that's all you know.
100%.
Yeah, it was, honestly, I felt a little helpless with it, but I befriended the chef there that cooked for the whole staff and all the patients there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time talking with her and just trying to, which was awesome because I still got to cook while I was there. She'd let me actually come into the kitchen.
Oh, how cool is that?
It was awesome,
yeah.
Man. Yeah, there's a little resentment from the other patients that I got the extra privilege to be able to go in there and cook whatever I wanted.
That's right.
It was awesome. But so talking with her name was Chef Nicole. I still talk to her to this day. She helped me out a lot.
Outstanding.
And so really we just talked about okay, how do you navigate having a sober life in the restaurant industry? And honestly, it seemed a little tough, but she helped me work through it because herself was sober. She still able to do this, but given she is working in a kitchen that's in a healthy environment, a rehab, and while I was there, they helped me kind of gather a lot of tools. I learned a lot more about myself. Because you have awesome resources to counseling and stuff.
Outstanding.
It was really nice. So talking with her, I kind of gained the confidence to try to get back in it. I go back into the restaurants. And so I come back out. I'm contemplating to go back to the restaurant I was just at. But I did see an opening just right across the street here for a CDC at Oven and Tap.
Okay.
So I go over there. I meet Luke Wetzel. Amazing guy. Loved what he was doing. Loved what he had to say. I loved where he come from. He worked out at Chez Panisse in Berkeley. Well, I love that restaurant as well, too. And so I applied for the position. He liked me enough. He brought me on.
Nice.
And then I spent a few years over there at Oven and Tap. And I loved it there. I started to get a really good grasp on my addiction, but I did have another pretty good fall off the boat.
Okay, so I was going to ask, what was it like? Because I know the focus has to be on cooking and food, but there's also got to be a focus on not falling off the boat, as it were.
Yeah, well, and it's tough too, because I mean, you still have like all these people are like after shift, like, oh, hey, do you want to shift here, or do you want to go out and go party here at so and so server's house or whatever?
Right.
So it's really tough. But I fell off the boat again, and then so at this time, I'm going back to the ER, and at this point, I have been to the ER multiple times over the course of like a couple years.
Yeah.
And to the point to where the nurses and doctors know me by name. That's you don't want to be a regular there. You want to be a regular at a restaurant, not at a hospital.
Right.
And so, pretty down on myself and trying to think about like, okay, what am I doing wrong? I've gone to this awesome place to kind of get the tools and resources I know to kind of handle myself out in the world again, especially in this industry. And then talking to the doctor. And he's like, hey, man, so every time you have come back in here, it has been so much worse each time. You've gotten, like, you get a little bit sober, you do good for a little while, you come back in, but each time you've fallen off, it's been significantly worse. He's like, look, these are your numbers, these are your charts, blah, 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 it's not looking good.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, he's like, honestly, if you end up doing this again, come back in here, you might not be alive this next time.
Jeez.
And so that really shocked me. And then so... get out of there, and then I go back. I'm back at Oven and Tap.
Okay.
And then so now I have like this newfound shock, but I also have this new encouragement to like not screw this up again.
And at this point, I'm assuming you're a father as well. I'm assuming
that's what makes it even more so scary.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't leave, and so I get back into it. And then working real close with like Luke and Molly over there, and they really helped supported me as well too.
Okay.
And after that, I mean, I had the scare, and then I turned that terror into like, I don't know, my own power. And then I kind of figured out if like I turned all that energy that I spent with like boozing or drugs or whatever, and then just really turned that, and because all that energy's got to go somewhere, so I just turned that into focusing on myself and my craft and what I'm doing with food, and luckily it kind of stuck. And then
did you feel the craft part just kind of explode?
It really did. Well, honestly, it kind of turned into like a weird OCD. So, I mean, which is good. I mean, like, what's that saying? Idle hands are the devil's advocate.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I'll work a 12-hour shift, cooking the whole shift, managing like the whole kitchen.
Yeah.
Come back, I can't go to sleep. Still cook at home. It drives my wife crazy.
I'm
but
sure.
It keeps me busy, it makes me a little bit better each day at what I'm doing. So, it's a benefit.
That focus, man. Wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And then, so from there, working at Oven Tap, this is literally just about like a sticks throw across the street.
Sure.
I see this hotel being built up.
Yep.
Right here. And honestly,
I was also working across the street at the time as I'm seeing this hotel getting built up. Yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of driving me nuts because there's no parking spots because of all the construction workers.
Why do you think I got here so early?
Exactly.
I was looking to park.
And so I was just kind of keeping my eye on it and I would even like pop in through while the construction workers are coming in and just kind of check out the place, wandering through, and they'd be like, hey, you can't be in here without a hard hat. And I'd steal somebody's hard hat and still walk around. It's a beautiful building. And it just kept on watching it grow. And then so eventually I got, a notification saying that they were hiring for an executive chef. And so, especially for Japanese cuisine.
Yeah.
And now through all this time, all these years, I've like played around. I started off like really early on with like Asian cuisine, kind of found like a really nice love for that.
Sure.
Throughout all these other years, I've just been constantly learning how to manage people, manage a restaurant, you know, even digging into like more of the financial stuff and P&L. And so by this time, whenever this ad for this position came out, I felt pretty confident. I had a grasp on my addiction, which gave me even more confidence.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. I'm sure.
Thought I had nothing to lose other than just a no, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So I apply for it. I get set up some sit-down interviews, talk about it. I was very nervous because I played around a lot with Japanese cuisine, but on this level, not a lot.
Yeah.
And through the interviews, they didn't really talk too much about the food or my experience with it. A lot of it was my thoughts and beliefs on culture and how we should respect people and thoughts on integrity. None of it was about food. It was all just about culture. And I was like, okay, this is awesome. I might have something.
That is incredibly unique.
Then I get set up another a Zoom interview, and this was with Chef Masa Hamaya.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked for a little bit, and he was like, all right, Zoom meetings are kind of hard to do. He was like, let me get you a plane ticket and fly you out to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
And so I fly out there, get to meet Masa. After doing a little bit of digging on him, I've actually seen him around before, just like being on cooking shows and books, magazines. I was like, oh, holy crap, this is a big guy.
Yeah.
Real big guy. He's like worked at Nobu. He's been an executive sous chef at some Michelin star restaurants. And
won James Beard Award. Yeah.
He's real humble. He doesn't tell you this stuff either.
That's even better.
That's a lot better. And so meet him. And so for this weekend in North Carolina, he was like, all right, well, I'm going to have you do a tasting menu. And we'll just do like a little simple menu, just like with the 8 items on it. Great. And then other than that, we kind of just hung out for the whole weekend. He took me around to all of his favorite Japanese restaurants. And we just kind of...
Outstanding.
Just kind of chatted the whole weekend and hung out and ate a bunch of really great food.
That's so important. It's so important just to hang.
It was. And so, I mean, what I learned was that he was really just trying to fill me out as a person.
Absolutely.
And then see where my mind was at. And of course, like skills come, but he just wanted to see how I was as a person. And it was great. We had a really good connection there. And then, so I had the menu tasting. And then, so about like, due to scheduling constraints, I only had like a limited window where I could actually meet up with them. Okay. And then so they're like, okay, hey, we got to get you out here pretty quick. Yeah. Pull up a tasting menu. I had about a week, and I freaked out over it, a Japanese tasting menu. So I would work a 12-hour shift, come home, stay awake for another 6 hours, like kind of hammering out some recipes. And so anyways, I do this menu tasting there that I was terrified of. I was so anxious about. I was like, I have this great chef.
Very natural.
And he's probably going to tear me apart on my whatever I made. Yeah. And honestly, I didn't do too bad. I mean, it's great. He was like, yeah, this is pretty good. You have a lot of potential. He's like, you could tweak this a little bit, have a little more acid, blah, blah, blah. I kind of took it personally, but that's just kind of how I am as a chef. Yeah. Like, more acid.
I think all chefs are that way.
But he was right. And so anyways, we leave. I felt really scared about it. Yeah. I was like, there's no way. There's got to be better other people that they can get in for this. Yeah. And then I get the call later. This was about like a week after, anxious the whole time. And
oh my gosh, that whole week you're just tapping and
I was just pacing around the room,
gnawing your fingernails off.
Got the call, and they were like, hey, listen, so you seem like you have a handle on, really good grasp on how to run a kitchen or a restaurant. It seems like you're really good with people, managing them as well too. But they're like, you don't just have like the amount of Japanese cuisine experience we're looking for. Yeah. What they said was like, we are looking for a CDC. And
for those that don't know,
sure, Chef de Cuisine.
Exactly.
Yep. And they made me an offer. I saw it as a huge opportunity. Yeah. Also digging into the company that is behind Junto as well too, Indigo Road Hospitality Group. Right. What they represent and what they do is amazing. Again, going back to like my first initial interview, just talking about culture. Yeah. They really back that up. They really practice like humility, integrity.
It's great.
Just a lot of words that I love, and I wanted to be a part of that. So of course I accepted the Chef de Cuisine.
Nice.
And shortly after that, the hotel was speeding up. The hotel was done. They started pulling in some of the restaurant equipment, and they're like, okay, we need to get you in here as soon as we can. Yeah. And then
let me just give you a half second here for those that don't know. When you're in a restaurant within a hotel, there is no buffer room as it would be if it was just a normal restaurant, freestanding, or somewhere else.
No.
You got hard deadlines.
It's a race.
Yeah.
It's a race.
Yeah.
I've opened up restaurants before, never one inside a hotel.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was a huge
It's
race.
all right. You don't sleep anyway, so this is perfect
That's
for
true.
you.
That is very true. And then, so hence like day one of opening, they gave me like a nice tour. We went into depth about like what Junto means. We're inside the Mata Hotel, how we are tying in together with the Hilton's hotel side of it.
Yep.
One big collaboration. We're not like two separate entities. We're not just a restaurant inside a hotel or a hotel attached to a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
There's connections there. And so we dug over that, and then so I met some of the other chefs. So Indigo Road has a traveling chef team.
Okay.
A lot of them manage and run their own restaurants elsewhere. All of our other places are on the East Coast, so we have like Nashville, South Carolina, North Carolina. And met some of those chefs. We chatted for a little bit, and then shortly after that, we had to start grinding away, and we had a month to get this place open.
Whew.
And that was a very big race. It was. My wife started clocking my hours just to see how long it's gone. It was about like
that's not a good idea.
No, it was like about on average like 115 hours a week.
Stop it! 115 hours a week.
Yeah, I'd go home just to sleep. Sometimes not even go home.
I'm going to pull up the calculator and see how many. What is that average a day?
Oh my gosh, what is that? That's about like 18 hours a day.
At least, right?
It was a lot, but I do got to say it was some of the most fun I ever had.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great, and that's important too because they give feedback on you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so, I mean, we grinded away. This month was before we had our staff come in. Between this time, we had like a hiring team. They were bringing people in, doing the interviews for us. And then 2 weeks before we opened, we spent these 2 weeks. We got our whole team in, and we just did intense training. And so, in the area, there's not a lot of Japanese restaurants. So there's a lot of people not with the cuisine experience.
Sure.
And through the hiring process, which kind of very similar to the same as mine, is that they weren't hiring for people who were amazing chefs in Japanese cuisine. Mm-hmm. They were the people we brought on were people who had tangible skills, good-hearted people, had good work ethic, and really that was it. And kind of the saying in which like I've translated into like my hiring process now. It's like, look, I'm not looking for somebody who can make the most amazing dish. I'm looking for somebody who is hardworking, has tangible skills, is a good-natured person, and works well with others.
Yeah.
The rest, the cooking part, how to serve tables, how to like greet guests, that's the easy part to teach. It's hard to find the good person.
Yeah.
And so we spent the next 2 weeks just training.
I
these
hate to
guys
say
up.
it, but in the business, that is a tough thing.
It is, absolutely. And then. I mean, a lot with like what we do here, like a lot of kitchens are pretty. I think the scene is kind of dying out of like pirate ship kitchens, kind of like Hell's Kitchens and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's dying, and so
it has to.
It has to. It's tough. I've been in those. It's rough.
Yeah,
and then so that we kind of fostered a base of that of having a caring, nurturing. We really practice internal hospitality with our staff.
Yeah.
And then through those 2 weeks doing the training, we had some soft openings, did 2 soft openings, and we did a VIP night. And then our doors first opened on a weekend. And that was rough.
Yeah.
It was very rough.
They usually are.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Especially with, word got around that we were opening and we had some lines.
There were so many eyeballs on this place.
There was.
So many eyeballs. I remember when it happened.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And our store pokes across the skyline. I mean, if you go down on the other side of town and look up, you can see the top of our building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then, so now here we are.
Yeah.
We've grinded through it. We're coming up on a year here in a couple weeks on the 30th.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to celebrate making it through a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. And you're an executive chef.
Oh, sure. I skipped that part. So.
He's got to take a sip here real quick to get the story together. But yeah.
Honestly, it's not much of a story.
Okay, well, when we left you, it was Chef de Cuisine.
It's Chef de Cuisine. Yeah. So it was me, and we hired a sous chef, and he was amazing sushi chef.
Yeah.
And so he knew the sushi side. Mm-hmm. I knew the hotline, how to run the whole restaurant side.
Okay.
And then so we operated without an executive chef. Of course, we had Chef Masa here, and this whole entire time we had him guiding us, training us, nitpicking on Japanese cuisine is very precise, and you got to be exact with it.
bet.
And we had his guiding eyes help us with that. So he helped out for a couple weeks, and then shortly after, he had to leave to go open up another Japanese concept.
Okay.
So we were kind of just left with it, and then no exec here, just me as CDC, running it, making sure we were getting stuff done. And we're doing high number covers every night, high volume, long days. And it was a lot. And then start throwing in events, buyouts as well. We'll be doing donations, going off sites, along with high volume nights every single night. And I managed to keep it down. And through that, I finally had a little sit down and talk. And they're like, hey, look, you're running the store. You're executing what Chef Masa is needing. And then they're like, honestly, we can't find anybody better. Would you like to have the EC role? And of course, I took it.
Yeah.
So after, I'd say about 6 months of going from just being the CDC at Oven and Tap, being like, oh, here's like a crack shot at applying for an executive chef position at a Japanese restaurant.
Yeah.
And 6 months later, I actually got it.
Amazing.
I think a lot of that ties into going back to like addiction and kind of like getting a handle on it. I took that focus, all that energy, and just really grinded and managed to make something out of it.
And the perseverance the whole way through.
Yeah.
Goodness, man.
Yeah.
Excellent story.
Thank you.
Story. How about food? You ready to talk food?
Sure, let's talk it.
We'll talk food. We've got the Mike Engelman Home Pro Tip of the Week, and we got that next right here on the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas.
Let's go! Connect with us at Flavors of Northwest Arkansas on Facebook and Instagram, or by email at flavorsofnwa@gmail.com.
Okay, it is time for the Mike Engelman Home Pro Tip of the Week, and for that we go to Chef Donovan. Sir, what is your tip?
If you can start off early spring,
Okay.
you can even bring it inside later in the year. A small little garden of some herbs, peppers, an easy tomato plant to grow.
Yeah.
So this is stuff you can pick off year-round. Of course, bring it in during winter. Pick off year-round. Of course, it'll grow back up.
Sure.
One of my favorite things to do is, being so busy, I will buy pre-cooked Sam's Club grilled chicken breast.
Sure.
And just heat that up, and then just having the availability to grab some fresh basil, parsley. I like a little spice. I throw Thai bird eye chilies in it. Chop it up, make a quick chimichurri. Just be able to throw that on that chicken breast.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Great tip.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Your story doesn't have to end. As an organ donor, the good in you can live on. In fact, you can save up to 8 lives through organ donation. Sign up to give the gift of life after you're gone. You'll be happy you did. Just maybe, someone else will too. Sign up online today as an organ, eye, and tissue donor at organdonor.gov. It saves lives.
Depending upon how many of these you've listened to or seen, you know I'm all about organ donation and organ transplantation. Since being, well, as most of you know that do, if you've paid attention, January 2022 is when I had my kidney transplant. 20 people a day die waiting for a kidney. That's in the U.S., and that's not a great thing. It is the most transplanted organ that there is. Make sure that you're signed up to save someone's life upon your demise. It's organdonor.gov. You can also do it, like I say, through the health app on your iPhone as well. And man, if you got to update your ID, go do it at the DMV or the Department of Finance if you're in Arkansas. Please do it. It's so important, and I know a majority of you do, but if you've been meaning to do it, please do it, because there are people on a waiting list that need it, and they'll always be there, and we won't always be here. So please remember that, and thank you. And we are back. Chef Donovan Johnson, sir, how are you?
Good.
Man, I appreciate your time. This has been great.
Thank you.
You ready to talk food?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to talk food right here. How would you describe the menu here?
Oh, that's a good question. What we're doing is refined Japanese cuisine, but with some Ozark soul.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, we do traditional refined. We elaborate a little bit more on that with the Japanese, but then also a lot of sourcing from all of our great farmers, in the area as well, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great. So, sushi is made in different ways.
Yes.
A lot of different ways. It's not just the typical sushi roll that people normally see, although it's a very popular way to do it. So I would love for you to explain some of the ways that you do it, and start it with Hakuzushi.
Hakuzushi.
And what that is.
So Hakuzushi is old school. So long time ago, hundreds of years ago, this is how Japan would, before the makimono, before the roll, it was actually made in box. And we have some over there too. They're just little boxes. You kind of press in your sushi rice. Of course, you take your rice, you're cutting it with rice vinegar to get it like a little bit sweet, acid, and that's where you get your nice flavor from on your rice. And you can just kind of pack in whatever you want, be it, just like some raw salmon. You can do any cooked items, some sauces. You can layer it if you want to. Just kind of press it out. You get this nice, awesome, perfect rectangle. You cut it up in little squares, and you have a little perfect rectangle sushi.
What's your most popular one?
Our rainbow is the most popular. My favorite is the black magic.
Okay.
With the black magic, we take some squid ink, mix it into the sushi rice.
Wow.
And then we tempura fry some lobster tail.
Ooh.
Smash that on top, get it boxed up, drizzle of spicy aioli, and it's good.
Ooh.
It's good.
That sounds like something I could have.
You could have that.
Yeah.
You should try that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So moving on, makimono.
Makimono. All right, makimono is, if you hear the words...
if I mispronounce things, you can punch me in the face afterwards. But I'm just,
you got it right. You got it right.
Okay, good.
Makimono. Whenever you think of sushi, you think of the rolled log. Yeah. That's makimono. Makimono means to roll. And that's your traditional, you take your nori, which is your dried seaweed paper. You spread your delicious sushi vinegar rice on there. And then you can kind of pile in the inside whatever you want. I always recommend something that's a little fresh, like throwing in some cucumber. Of course, you want a little more crunch, tempura shrimp. Yeah. Roll that up, and then, of course, you can top that with anything you want. Yeah. And then you get it cut up into nice pieces. You can make them as thick, as big as you want, as tiny as you want. Extremely versatile. If you go to any Japanese restaurant, you can see hundreds of different types of makimono rolls you can get on there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but when you think sushi, that's makimono.
So do you have specialty ones here, or are the classic ones the ones that sell the most, you think?
So
as far as popularity is concerned.
Okay, sure. So we have, we don't have the extensive menu like a lot of places do. Right. Yeah, so, of course, you request one, and you're like, oh, hey, can I get a simple cucumber roll? Yeah. We'll do it. But we have a few of our classics right now. We have about 10 rolls on there. Our most popular, maybe two most popular, salmon lemon roll. Ooh. And so this is a California roll, your traditional one, wrapped up. We get some really nice Scottish salmon flown in just for this. We take our salmon, put it on top. Then we thinly slice some whole lemon, real thin to where you can even eat the pith as well too. And then drizzled with some of our sweet soy, also known as eel sauce. That is easily one of our most popular. Or we have our tuna tataki. And so I get in whole bluefin tuna. And so if you see tuna anywhere on our menu, we get the whole 250-pound tuna and spend a whole day breaking it down. Wow. But we take that fresh bluefin tuna, put it on top some togarashi, which is spiced Japanese seasoning, and then a aburi style, which is to torch it. So you get this nice seared but still raw bluefin tuna on it. And it's killer. We sell so many of those.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting. Well, and you were talking earlier, and I meant to ask you this earlier, but I didn't. Sourcing for you guys is, holy crap.
It's tough.
Yeah, man. How many places you're sourcing from?
Oh.
Do you know off the top of your head?
20 plus, honestly.
Like both coasts and overseas, basically?
Yeah, but a lot of, so like I was saying, as much as I can, I try to get from local farmers here for produce wise. Or, even like, so I have like a Wagyu burger. I get some of Bansley's Farms, like Wagyu burger, as well as I use their pork belly as well too. Then as much as I can also from like Rios Family Farm, Tabletop Greens. I got some of the best lettuce there too. I love Rios.
They're great.
One of our sushi chefs is a part of the family there too, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And, so as much as we can with that for what staples we can get in the state. Then apart from that, we use quite a few different vendors to get, like our much needed like Japanese product.
Sure.
So bluefin tuna, we get that imported. That's the whole fish we get in. We use a vendor called Yamasho, which is pretty big in not Arkansas. And so it took a lot of work to talk to them, work with them to try to get us a truck at least out here. Yeah. and which we managed to do because we go through a lot of products. So they're like, oh, okay, you're actually one of our higher accounts, so we will help you out. So that's awesome. And then for a lot of our,
it's going to be hard to do.
It is it takes a lot of planning. A lot of strategic planning.
Can you guys put a truck in Arkansas of all places, right?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, even with it, back to our bluefin tuna, nobody wanted to drive it out from the coast to us. They're like, you're too far into the center of the states. Like, we're not gonna. Or they were like, we'll charge you like a $3,000 delivery fee. I was like, that's more than the fish.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But luckily, I have some pretty good relationships with some of our vendors, and then one of our local vendors, Tinkersley, they're also a sister company of Cheney Brothers, who are other restaurants on the East Coast use. Really good relationship with them. And they're like, hey, let us help you out. We will drive a truck halfway out across the states to meet this other truck with your fresh bluefin tuna on, pick it up, drive it back to you the same day. And so,
how about that?
Yeah. So I mean, strategic. We couldn't have done it without the help of others. But so it's a little bit of that trying
supply
to get literal supply chain. And then we have a lot of Japanese fish. I don't think many other restaurants around this area get in as many Japanese fish as we do.
Okay.
So we use a place called Sakusuyu. So they're located in Japan.
Okay.
And the way they go about it is very quick and very fast and very fresh. So same day fish getting caught, madai, hamachi, whatever you want, kimadai. Same day getting caught, they take it to the market. They get it thrown on ice, get it boxed up, then throw it on a refrigerated plane, fly it over to the West Coast, up to California. That lands in a refrigerated airport, immediately gets put on a refrigerated truck, and then driven all the way out here to us. And I do believe it takes, so Japan's on the other side of the world.
Sure.
From the time the fish gets caught to being delivered here is within 44 hours.
No kidding.
At our doors, yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
It's impressive.
It is impressive.
When you get fresh Japanese fish, I mean, there's no way to get it quicker from Japan than that at all.
I couldn't imagine.
No.
Yeah. Well, okay, back to the sushi. Sorry, I wanted to ask you about that, and I completely skipped over it, but I'm glad. I'm glad we did. Right?
Yeah.
Tamaki.
Yeah. All right. Tamaki is hand roll, cone roll. The way we do it, the best way I can explain it.
It looks like a bouquet, right?
Yeah, it can. So you see a lot of. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just like a cone, and then you kind of have like all your. Really, it could be almost considered a deconstructed sushi.
Okay, yeah.
In a way. You see cone, the way we do it, we have a special tamaki holder that we get. It's cut out of like a nice wood, and we kind of do it taco style. So we'll take our nori, we get it toasted nice and crispy, get like a nice little bit of that smoky flavor.
Okay.
We lay it in there, in that little wood holder. So you got a little cup, or like a taco shell in a way. And then you take whatever you want into it. You throw your protein, whatever garnishes, seasoning, sauces on it. But it's amazing. It's just as good. I think it's better than if you got like a makimono roll, because you want to eat it quick. You want to eat it while the nori is still toasted and crispy.
Okay.
You don't want to let it sit, wait, it gets soggy. That's kind of the difference between the makimono.
Okay.
You don't notice it, which it's kind of like encouraged within makimono that you want your nori a little bit softer.
Okay.
With the tamaki, you want to eat it crisp. And so what we'll do is, like for our sea bass tamaki, we will take our toasted nori, we'll set it in this little boat, the little vessel for it, and we'll put a piece of special parchment in it. So you got your nori, parchment, and then we throw our sea bass, other veggies, garnishes, sauces on that too. And then we wait for whenever the table's ready for it, we'll make it. And then right before we set it down to them, we pull that parchment out, slide it out, so that way they get the freshest, crispest, toastiest nori they can.
The way you explained that at the end made me think of the old videos of the people trying to rip the tablecloth so the plates and everything stays.
Oh my gosh. When we get new people in here trying to do that, it is absolutely
that. What it is?
Yeah,
everything just
flies everywhere.
Yep. That's great. That's awesome. That's so good. Well, and then you got nigiri and sashimi.
Yep, nigiri and sashimi. So sashimi is clean, simple. Both nigiri and that is well too. Sashimi it's the fish. It is perfectly cut, thin sliced fish. Depending on what you want to put with it. Traditionally, it is you just take really good quality fish and just some really good soy sauce, or we make an amazing house-made ponzu, which is like soy sauce with some yuzu juice. And that's it. You just dip it in there, so you can really appreciate the texture, like the fine details, like be it if it's like buttery or like a little bit more clean taste on that. Nigiri is the same clean aspect of sashimi, but you throw in good quality sushi rice as well too.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
So nigiri is sashimi on top of sushi rice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so again, that's super simple to where you can appreciate it for what it is. So it's like real simple, precise. So with that, you really can appreciate whatever the chef's sushi rice he's using. You can really taste their sushi vinegar, and then also really appreciate whatever fish you're using on that nigiri.
And I was going to ask you what the most popular ones are, but you got a pretty good list.
We got a good list.
Yeah.
I mean, you can come in. We'll do a server-led omakase, and so omakase is like let the chef decide is what it is. And so you can come in and be like, okay, I like this. I like X, Y, Z. Yeah. Can you take me on a tour of given what I like? And show me.
Very cool.
Yeah, and so you come in and you just get a whole flight. We do it tapas style, so as it's ready, it comes out. You can just kind of sit down, keep on ordering as you feel.
Yeah.
Once you get full, you're good to tap out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I would love to sachet our way into hot plates now. Mm-hmm. And I just sachet our way. I noticed the beef short rib, and that caught my eye pretty quick. Yeah. Tell me about that.
You would like this.
Yeah.
All right, so take a really good quality beef short ribs.
Sure.
So we make a marinade. It's called a nikudare.
Okay.
This is a allium, so like garlic, onion, sesame, soy based marinade. Also some Coca-Cola in it. It gives like a really nice sweetness as well too. Huh. Yeah, Coca-Cola is great. Used in multiple different ways. And so we'll let that marinade overnight. Next day we pull it out. Pull it out of that marinade, and then we just a little bit of cornstarch on top of it helps give it a nice texture to it. And then we sear it off to get really nice color, nice crisp on the outside. Then we take it, throw it back into this nikudare marinade, and then we'll cook it for about maybe 4.5, 5 more hours on a real low temp at about like 275.
Low and slow,
just till and constantly checking it every 30 minutes to make sure like your nikudare isn't reducing too much, so it gets too salty. Checking the beef ribs, constantly checking them to make sure we pull them out right at the right time.
Nice.
Right when they're perfect tender.
Yum.
And then so we take that, and then from there it gets ready for service. It gets plated up. We take some really nice broccolini that's just seared off with some nice sweet yellow onions.
Yum.
Some house-made pickles, and then we serve it with the side of our beautiful white rice with some of our togarashi right on top.
Love
good.
it.
It's simple. It's good.
Sounds great.
It's filling. Good for 2 people.
What's your favorite on the hot plates?
Oh man,
that's not a fair question, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still asking it though.
I mean, my personal favorite.
I know it's not like all-time favorite. A lot of times you go with something for a little bit.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Right now, I'm stuck on our beef bao buns.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so beef bao buns, you take real nice, fluffy. You have like a really nice bao steamer in there.
Nice.
Which, again, like babysitting these bao buns. Because if you don't know bao buns, it's something you want nice, moist, fluffy. If you don't cook it enough, it's too hard. If you cook it for too long, steam it for too long, it's too moist. If you forget about it for too long, then it becomes like dense and rock hard. So a lot of babying with this. And so you take this, we take some of that same beef short rib, braids real nice and long. We shred it. We take some of our spicy aioli into the bao bun, put that on top. Some of our dashi pickled red onions.
Ooh.
And then some nice micro cilantro that we get from Grow NWA. She grows some awesome.
She's a
Katie?
good buddy. Yeah, Katie Helms is awesome.
I love her.
And she's listening too, by the way. Hello, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's a buddy.
And then we just sprinkle that with some sesame seeds, and it's a comfort food, honestly, especially for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go back just like about a year, a little more or so ago, I did an episode with her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we did it in her what was then her kind of grow shack over there in Centerton.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
great. It's so great. She's awesome. They're all awesome over there.
Love that.
Yes, chef specialties, the Toro Caviar Service.
Toro Caviar Service. All right, so
I would love to be able to have that. I can't, but it looked amazing.
I might be able to make you a cooked version of it.
Oh, well, I just can't do caviar. Yeah, I know, that's the thing.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so Toro Caviar Service, this is, again, like real nice, clean, simple.
Sure.
So this is a really good way to appreciate the bluefin tuna we get in. So we get in the whole tuna, break it down. A toro means belly.
Okay.
So real nice, fatty, crazy rich. So we take this belly, either we're scraping off around the fish, using up every part of the fish as we can.
Nice.
Scraping up around the belly to get off that like luscious, like real dense, rich, creamy belly meat, or taking some of our cut off otoro belly, chopping it up. And just like that by itself, even with like no soy sauce, is amazing.
Yeah.
And so this comes out, you get a good 6-ounce dish of this, like super rich, creamy otoro belly. And then our executive pastry chef, Ivy, she makes this killer shoku pan, which is Japanese milk bread.
Oh.
It is so wonderful. It is like delicate, light, fluffy. And so we get this toasted real nicely. And then just as simple and as clean as that, you get your otoro, you got your nice toasted Japanese milk bread. We serve it with a couple condiments, so be it like our house-made ponzu. We have some pickled wasabi stem that is killer.
Ooh.
Just that by itself it's an amazing either start or finish to a meal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It's good.
Yeah. And is that the most popular chef specialty?
Man, honestly, our most popular one, let's see, we have Seimen Uzukuri, which is kind of, Uzukuri means to thin slice, so this is kind of like sashimi, but it has some nice toppings on it, and it has like black lava sea salt on it, and some of that pickled wasabi stem as well, and then like drizzle a little bit ponzu on it. That's a really, really great starter. Then really, really popular in this area is our rock shrimp.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you can't beat tempura fried shrimp.
No.
So, I mean, it is just your rock shrimp, tempura battered, and then we make this really awesome, addictive rock shrimp aioli. And then this is just an aioli base, has a little bit of juniper berries in there, has a little bit of like cooked off gin, so you get a little bit of that back end with it. And then the floral from the juniper berry.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of spice on it.
Interesting.
It's killer.
Outstanding.
It's killer. Yeah.
And the most popular dessert?
Oh, man. So we will always have this on. It's our mochurros.
Okay.
So this is mochi churros, and our chef will do rotating sauces on it as well.
Yeah.
And so our culture here, we gift a lot.
Okay.
Like we have like guests come in, they're like, oh, we're kind of interested in this. Oh, like, no, we're good on dessert. We don't want to blow the bank. And we'll gift these out all the time. So these mochurros, light, fluffy, fried, crispy on the outside, and then we serve it with like a spicy chili chocolate, miso caramel dipping sauce, and then a coconut gelato. Oh. And then very seasonal dessert menu. Right now we have a watermelon sudashi cake. So this is kind of like a layered sponge cake with some compressed watermelon, some candied lime, and a lime gel, and that's
good grief.
It's really nice for this. Of course, being seasonal watermelons,
Yeah.
all the farmers have awesome watermelons right now.
Yeah.
And it's very light and refreshing as well too, especially after eating a big meal and then potentially going back out into the hot heat. It makes you feel good after eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. It sounds amazing. It all sounds amazing. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. How can folks find you? For the 4 folks that don't know where you are.
Oh, sure. Well, we're located on the square in downtown Bentonville. You can find us at juntosushi.com and, of course, our Instagram.
That's it. Perfect. Yeah. I appreciate it very much. You can find Flavors of Northwest Arkansas on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, believe it or not. Have a great week. Please tip your servers, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.